On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back with my 67 Camaro that has a new leak. And we're also here with the 67 Camaro Master.
We try.
What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and like I said, I'm here with my 67 Camaro and Tyler, who, I'm glad you did this for me. I wanted to call you the 67 Camaro Master. So you went and picked up all these race cars real quick?
Yeah.
I don't even know where you...
shoved them in here.
Yeah, just to really sell it.
Yeah. 67 and 68.
Okay, that's a good call. I mean, you need variety, all 3 years, right?
We can get a 69 over here real quick.
We can. And the other 67s across the street, we can make that happen. But the Camaro sprung another leak. I got that coolant elbow done, and then it started leaking again after a drive or two, and we found out it was the back of the water pump this time. The back of the water pump failed. All these old gaskets, but it's time. We're getting this thing all sorted out. So Tyler's got the water pump over here on the bench. It is a chromed.
Right through there.
Oh, wow. Crazy that it
was leaking straight out of there.
Too. Huh. Oh, look, it did have the Velcro gaskets. And those are pretty fancy.
They're thick. Yeah.
Should we run those? They seem like they're in great shape.
Yeah, that's why I cleaned them up. We'll look at it.
We'll see what we're gonna do. But this was a Stewart, and it was actually chrome, and they didn't sell this one anymore. So I got some parts for you in the truck.
I just had a cast aluminum. Yep.
Just cast aluminum. Also, I like how you got the race car here with the Harbor Freight Ghost. This thing looks sick. So sick. This, can we just go drive this instead?
Can.
All right, let's do it.
I don't think both of us will fit.
So this is our replacement, the Y-and water pump 9212P here. I'll throw a link to it in the description below, but we're going to a polished water pump because I really couldn't find another chrome one. Almost everything in this engine bay is chrome or polished, and I wanted to keep that theme going on, so we didn't want to switch to a non-polished water pump there. Let's open this thing up and see what we're working with here. The front of this thing looks hefty. She looks heavy duty. Even the accessory drive is chrome. Crazy. Chrome City. All right, that does look pretty. It looks just like the other one.
Yeah. Short water pump for big block Chevy. There are two different ones.
Is the long one just a longer snout? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it extends out more.
Okay.
Well, actually, it extends out farther from the block. So the design's different here and farther out here.
Gotcha. And you guys can see Tyler had to tear half of the front end out of this thing just to make this happen. So the radiator had to come out, the shroud had to come out. The fans are sitting right there, ready to be all bolted back into the radiator. Catch can hoses had to be pulled. Everything had to come out of here. It was actually a pretty big deal to get all of this done. And while he was at it, he took care of another problem we had. I know I mentioned it, the diff was leaking on this thing, so we went ahead and pulled the diff cover and resealed it, refilled it. So we're ready to rock. That looks right. Sure looks nice. Ooh, that's... Oh, that one was still good. She hangs a little bit.
It started leaking out of the weep hole here.
Out of the weep hole, out of the back.
That's where it was pushing, right where that rust is.
Leaking out of everything. Well, I guess that happens. It's funny, they look nearly exactly the same. I like this one better. It's got that nice cutout for the bolt there. And we just have to figure out the gaskets. I saw you had paper gaskets hanging already. Oh yeah, billet pulleys. Billet everything.
Why not, right?
It's the way. I actually love how this looks. I know you were like, just put a water pump on it.
Yeah, let's just get one from,
O'Reilly's down the street. But I was like, nah, everything in there's polished. It's got to stay polished. It's all so pretty. Now, if you guys remember, Tyler has never owned a power tool in his life, and now here we are. I'm so proud of you, man.
Things change.
That M12 stubby, 3/8 drive. I think I told you that's the only tool I use for everything. Like
it's very handy to have.
Absolutely. Man, I should have bought a belt while we were at it, huh? Just to
for it. The belts over there didn't look too bad. To be honest.
I think it looks fine too, but it's just one of those things that you're in there, might as well put a belt on it.
That's why I'm against my benefit. I think this is the better.
You think we should go to the cork ones that came with it?
There was nothing wrong here, but depressing them and I don't know.
I know, they don't love to reseal. Everyone says those are all reusable, but I change them too, so. I don't know, I'm definitely down.
It is your final decision.
Let's put these ones on it, because new is better than good reused, probably. Painting on the old aviation Formigasket. You know, opinions have been mixed on aviation Formigasket recently. I grew up with it on every gasket like that, but now everyone's like, yeah, just RTV everything. I don't know.
Yeah, old school's the only way I know, I guess.
Once you put this stuff on, it does not come off. It's a seal. So I'm definitely not worried about that O-ring seal.
A little brake cleaner. That's one way to clean it off, if
yeah.
need be, but that's usually what a lot of people complain about. It makes a mess. Yes, it does.
It does make a mess.
But
it's a seal that makes airplanes fly.
True.
Well, what do you think about this Fast XFI? It's I know you're used to carburetors, but this has fuel injection on it, you know.
It's hard to tune with a screwdriver and a 5/8.
I keep tapping on it with a hammer and nothing happens. I don't get it. Well, how fast is this thing?
The Chevelle?
Yep.
It's been high 8s.
High 8s?
It's just a bracket car.
Yeah? Is that the 1200 Dominator?
1250.
1250 Dominator, alright. We got the Holly XP in here. Pretty sweet. Got the Mesray water pump. Strange rack.
Let me move the
I saw
trans
your
cooler.
Giant. Oh, I thought that you were using that for a fuel cooler. That's interesting.
Trans cooler.
Okay, okay. That is not a lot of transmission cooler.
Yeah, it doesn't do well on the street.
I bet it doesn't. Tyler's son brought this out for me. Pretty fire. I am loving that. I'm pretty sure Brian had this die cast on top of his toolbox, and when he painted this car, he just took this in and was like, paint this. So that was how the paint job ended up on that car. It's exactly the same. We are back in business now, baby. Wow, the whole billet bracket holds the water pump on? You have to stack all this?
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm glad you took it apart. Nobody was gonna watch me take it apart and then wait for parts and then put it back together. But I'm loving this new water pump with this twisted snout. I think it looks really cool. The old one just had like ribbing in there for support, but this one, really cool. Definitely a convoluted accessory drive, that's for sure. The big block puzzle is slowly going back together here. I do love the way this looks though. And
I do like that.
Yeah, I love the twist, and I'm glad that we went with the polished water pump because it's necessary in this engine bay, for sure. Honestly, it'd be great if we pulled the intake off and had somebody polish that too.
Yeah, that would look good.
Just do it all. What about your car though? How's this thing doing? Eric told me you're going 6s in the quarter, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, in the 8th mile.
I was like, in A, you're running 6s? That's wild.
630s, 620s, 630s.
That's still fast.
Yeah,
still fast.
Yeah, it runs good.
This isn't gonna run a 630 in A. That's.
I mean, if it hooked,
yeah,
it'd make a lot of noise.
Zero traction.
Yeah.
Guys, it doesn't matter how many Caltrax ladder bars you have or how much cool stuff's in the back end. You need a lot more tire to put this kind of power down. But this thing's super fun. It does have, are those strange shocks? I think they are. Whatever they are, it's got something sick hiding up inside there. Oh, QA1s, all QA1. It's got all the right parts on it. But whenever you floor it, it just goes sideways and makes cool noises. You buy this starter at Harbor Freight too?
No.
This seems like a really sick accessory for your Ghost. All right, I'm ready for this, I think. I think I'm ready. Do you have to like, you gotta
put a little thigh into it.
A little thigh?
Then back off on you.
Okay. That's so easy. I thought it was gonna be actually like a big deal. That's awesome. That's cool. That's what I needed on mine. If I would have had this, I would have been faster. Screens. Well guys, we've run into a very big problem. I love this new Y-end water pump, but after we got this thing put back together, there is this big ol' spacer right here, and this spacer supports the tensioner for the belt. Now the belt has 2 points of contact. This is its bottom one, its third point of contact that ties this aluminum bracket right here, if you can see that, back to the block. And we went to put this spacer back in, and the new water pump has a different outlet geometry. So the new water pump brought the snout down a hair. You can see it all the way down here. There's that polished water pump snout. It came down when it used to be a little bit more, you know, straight out of the side of the block there. So unfortunately now our bolt hole is perfectly lined up. I'll show it to you guys. It comes out of the bracket and directly hits the water pump outlet there. So we can't put our spacer back. We are absolutely in trouble with that. We've got our belt on, our billet drive is all back together, but unfortunately, that bolt won't clear, so we're gonna have to make something. Now, this is not sponsored by Send Cut Send. I know they're sponsoring every YouTuber on the planet, but this is what I came up with. We're gonna delete that aluminum spacer right there and use my U-bracket that I just designed here. I know it won't focus on it, but there we go. I am going to take this home, draw it back up in Fusion, and then we're gonna send it first to my 3D printer. That's right, I just got a 3D printer so we could do cool stuff like this. Then we're gonna test fit it, and then we're gonna send it off to Send Cut Send or ICT Billet so we can have this made out of aluminum and solve the problem. I know we could change the water pump, but I like this water pump. And honestly, it looks a lot cooler. We're not taking it back out. So with this, we can actually change this without tearing everything down. There's enough room for bolt head clearance, all that good stuff. It fits right in there like that, and once it's actually mounted, we'll spin it down until it points underneath the whole thing, and we should be good to go. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
if it was a little stronger, I would just use that.
I know, no doubt. We could just put the bolts right on through the cardboard. We're gonna do a quick test run to make sure our accessory drive all lines up still. There's no reason it wouldn't. We think we're just fine. And then, yeah, Tyler's ready to rock and roll. Let's, oh, the fans wake up. Turns out they just turn on when the fuel pump turns on.
You ready?
Yep. I thought I was, my gosh.
You going?
No, hold on. Just leave it on.
Yeah.
I'm holding with my feet.
Ready?
Go for it.
Well.
Oh yeah, you have to touch the throttle right after it starts.
I turned it off.
Oh, it worked great.
Making sure I wasn't throwing nothing or beating on that tensioner.
We're looking great.
Okay.
Great, brother.
We're gonna do it again. Ready?
Go ahead. All right, guys, we got the radiator back in here, and Tyler is ready to start tying this back up. He's gonna throw all the hoses back on it, and I guess, I thought you were gonna make me take this thing home, but I guess you're gonna wait till I get back here with my bracket.
Yeah, I want to test drive it, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, obviously. I mean, what else would you do? You have to.
Yeah, you gotta try it out.
Gotta try it out a couple times, make a couple pulls. No, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome and reliable again, now that we've replaced the whole cooling system. Literally. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.
And there's a running joke, Elijah,
That,
I like carburetors. John Ross's fuel injection.
I'm very anti-carburetor.
Yeah, so that's...
Wait until you see the SU carburetors.
Oh, I know SU carburetors.
Those things are nasty.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
not like them.
Check out this carburetor right here. It's got little four little needly things on each side, you know, and they move up and down. And when a signal gets sent from a computer, it's a pretty cool carburetor. What you doing over here?
Gonna show 'em.
The carburetor?
Yep. The fuel injection.
It's the kind that starts every time. It's the best kind of carburetor.
No comment.
Woo! She pretty.
I'm not knocking it. It runs great.
Yeah, it does. I actually love how reliable this thing is.
They have some similarities of carburetor.
Yeah.
Mount same spot.
This is hilarious.
Injectors. Yeah, I've seen that. But yeah, for drivability, it's better. It is.